You're listening to All In. This is the podcast dedicated to helping you fulfill the mission of God in your life and around the world. I'm your host, Jeffrey. Hey everybody, welcome to this special bonus episode of All In. This week, I want to talk to you about the fact that time management is a myth. But before we do that, just a couple of things I'd like to ask of you. One is, if you'd subscribe to this podcast in iTunes or Stitcher or whatever is your favorite podcatcher, that will help us to make sure we get our content to you every time we release something, so you don't have to just track it on the website. But if you just subscribe to us in iTunes, I sure would appreciate it. If you find this material helpful, this podcast episode or any of the other episodes, be sure to share it with your friends and family using social media, Facebook or Twitter, whatever you use, to help us get the word out to people so that we can equip more people to fulfill the mission of God. And finally, if you are listening to this between June 23rd and June 30th, would you take just a few minutes to help us improve this podcast by participating in our survey that we're doing? It's just a 10-question survey. You can find the link to that in the show notes of this week's episode. I sure would appreciate it if you would do that. It would help me to help you. Now, this week I want to talk to you about the fact that time management is a myth. No matter what you do, you'll never have more than 24 hours in your day. You can't stretch time, you can't shrink time. Time is real stubborn this way. It is what it is. See, I've been obsessed with time management since the 1980s when I first read Dr. Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And that book really did shape and change my life. It's been one of the most important books I've actually ever read. But this 30-year pursuit of time management has finally come to an end when I realized that you can't manage time. You can only manage yourself. And so I've been meditating on this, thinking about it, and came up with what I'm going to call 5 realities of time. And I want to share those with you today. First reality, time is your friend. And by friend, I mean that we should not look at time as something that we work against. We use this phrase all the time. I'm working against the clock, as if time is our enemy. You know, I can't tell you the number of times I've said, "Oh man, come on, we're burning daylight. We've got to get this going. We're running against the clock." Well, you know, time really is your friend, because time is there to support you, your values, your family, everything that's important to you. Time gives you room for all the things that you value. Time makes a place for these things, and time's not jealous. See, if you miss out on the people that you love and the things you value, it's not because time ran out on you. Time is your friend. It will never run out on you. Your focus may run out. Your attention may have run out. Your ability to prioritize may run out. But time will never run out. It is always there. Well, time is always there, at least until Jesus comes. But time is your friend. Don't look at it as an enemy. It's a friend. Second thing about time, second reality, is time is your accountability partner. See, time looks at all the people you love and all the things that you value and all the things that you want to accomplish in your life, and it asks you one simple question. That question is when. When are you going to be with those that you love? When are you going to do this task? When are you going to accomplish this goal? When are you going to live out these values? Time management, my friend, is a myth. I do not manage time. You do not manage time. Time manages us. Third reality about time is that time is your sponsor. Now, sponsors make things happen. Now, it could be Coca-Cola sponsoring your favorite television show, or it could be Red Bull sponsoring the X Games. Whatever it is, sponsors make things happen. Time says to us, you have a life to live. You have a purpose to fulfill. You have people to love. I will fully sponsor you. I will give you 24 hours every single day to live, to love, to learn, and to leave a legacy. Now go for it. I'm on your side. I'm sponsoring you. Time, my friend, is your sponsor to help you accomplish everything that God has assigned to you in this life. The fourth reality of time is the great equalizer. Some people have more money, more friends, more connections, more opportunities, and even more talent and more looks than you have. But no one has more time than you have. Some people have less money. They have fewer friends. They have fewer connections. They have fewer opportunities. And they have less talent than you. But no one has less time than you. You may measure your time with a Rolex, or you may measure your time with a Timex, but the time is still the same. Time is no respecter of persons. Kings and queens, peasants and paupers have all been made equal in this one area of life. We are all equal in time. We all have 24 hours in a day. You can buy friends, you can buy cars, and homes, and watches, and food, but try as you may, you can never buy more time. Every day remains stubbornly entrenched with only 24 hours. No more and no less. So give it up. Time is the great equalizer. You have not been cheated, nor have you been blessed more than others in this area. Time is the one resource God has determined that all creation will have in equal portion. Time management is therefore a myth. You cannot manage your time, but you can manage your life. And finally, the fifth reality about time is the canvas upon which you paint the masterpiece of your life. You, my friend, are the artist. You, my friend, are the artist. Your life is your art. Time is your canvas. Your values are the colors you use to paint with. And your choices that you make every day are the brush strokes. That's why the psalmist said in Psalm 90, verse 12, "Teach us to number our days that we may gain a heart of wisdom." This life, this one single life, is all you have. Make it your masterpiece. Make it your magnum opus. So what are you waiting for? It's your life. Now go live it. Now I've got some resources that I've included in the show notes I'd like to tell you about. These things have really helped shape and inform my life, and I just want to highlight them really quickly for you. And if you've really struggled with life management and always feeling like you're running out of time or that you've lost focus, let me recommend these resources to you. I've already mentioned to you The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Dr. Stephen Covey. What this book really does is it informs me on what I should be doing, how to really prioritize my life. This, along with another book that really has been foundational for me, is called Ordering Your Private World by Gordon MacDonald. Highly recommend that book. The next book that I would recommend is called Getting Things Done by David Allen. Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits, tells me what I should be doing. David Allen's book, Getting Things Done, tells me how to do it. It's an outstanding book. I highly recommend it. Another book that I would really recommend is called Essentialism, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less by Greg McKeown. Great book, one of the newer ones in this selection. I would highly recommend Essentialism, along with the book The One Thing, The Surprising Simple Truth Behind Extraordinary Results by Gary Keller. And again, all of these are included in the show notes with links that you can go right to Amazon.com and purchase these resources. And finally, one other book that I'd like to recommend is called Time Management Magic: How to Get More Done Every Day and Move from Surviving to Thriving by Lee Cockrell. Now, this book is a very recent publication, and what's unique about it is this man had a long career at Disney, and he advocates you going back old school with a printed day planner. Yep, that's right, folks, not just using your calendar on your iPhone and all, but he's really got a good point about that. And in fact, I started doing this probably around the first of the year. A good friend of mine named Jonathan Griffiths. Jonathan, if you're listening, here's a big shout out to you, my friend. Jonathan recommended to me a weekly planner called the Week Dominator. And that's week, W-E-E-K, not W-E-A-K. Not as in week as in weakness, but week as in this week. And this resource, I include a link in the show notes for it, is a great day planner, and I'm really enjoying it. And I was talking to one of the producers of this day planner, and I asked them, I emailed them and said, hey, are you going to produce a smaller version, more of an executive size? And they sent me back an email straight away. I said, yeah, we're going to issue that in the fall. So I tell you, when it comes out in the executive size, which is about the size of a like a Moleskine journal, I'm going to love that bad boy. Really helpful. And you may also want to check out daytimer.com. It's got some good material in there as well. All of this simply to help give you some tools that over the summertime for you to start focusing on how you can better manage your life, because you only have this one life. And I want you to go for the gusto and to be everything that God has intended for you to be. Now, it's your life. Go live it. Well, we're done now. Thanks for listening. This is Jeff Roper reminding you that the mission of God is too grand for mediocrity or average living. You were created for a purpose, and that purpose is found in the mission of God. It's your life. Now go live it.